I'm not going to talk so much about 10 big blind shoves and calling ranges in this when it's the other players, because I think most of you guys are probably already going to know those ranges pretty well. More want to talk about the 3-betting spots. I could have started this video later, but I just thought it was pretty cool that I started the video with less than 1 big blind, and I would have been out had I not came back at that exact hand. So I just thought it was cool to show it in a chip and a chair theme. Here, obvious shove with 7-8 suited with 6 players stacked. Obviously running good here, getting aces to a under the gun 3x when I don't have full equity. Could be a shove, but I don't think so with 3-6, especially when he's lost the last hand and likely he'll call it off extremely light here. Good spot here. Now I can kind of portray that I might be 3-betting not solely for value here, now that I have a stack where I can 3-bet fold. So in order to give him fold equity on when I 3-bet, I want to make it really small here, and I don't think he's going to be flatting too many like ace-x hands that he won't shove pre, or king-x hands, maybe like king-queen or king-jack suited, but I don't think like I'm going to be that scared of overcards coming, whereas if I had like 8s here, this would just be a shove because there's tons of bad flops that can come from my hand. Whereas this, there's not nearly as many overcards, and when they come, I'm not going to be as scared. So I 3-bet pretty small, hoping he 4-bets or at least calls. He does defend and get like a perfect board. It's going to be hard for him to have much equity here. I guess like 8 and 9 is probably it's going to be the worst hand I can see here. I don't really think he's going to have like 6-8 or 4-6. So I think most of my value in this spot will come from him bluffing me, like cold stone bluffing me, or if he has a 7 or a 5, if I bet really small, he's not going to fold the flop. So I want to bet really small here and hope he does something crazy, and I think like if he has a hand worth, no matter what kind of hand, like if he's going to stack off here with his value hand, it's probably not going to matter what I bet. He's going to be getting all in if he's that kind of guy to get all in with a 7 here, or like pocket 6s or something. But if I bet too much, he's not going to be able to stone bluff. So I want to make sure like he can bluff here. If I bet super small, it gives him the chance. So here, if he decides to, he can raise fold total air. And I probably would obviously just flat if he raised here, but I'm trying to induce something. It's going to be pretty hard for him to have a hand worth stacking off, and if he does, it's not going to matter what I bet. So I want to try and induce. So he does call. I mean, the turn puts some more equity for him, but again, it doesn't really... I have pot size bet left. I guess I should bet something like 5k so he perceives he might have fold equity, which I do, and he just ends up folding. Another reason I like betting small in those spots is that it allows me to do that with my air hands and balance. I want to be difficult to play against, so I want to size my nut hands the same as my shit hands. I think Vegas ends up being a guy that we end up 3-betting quite a bit. This is an interesting 3x. I think he should just be shoving. I would guess 3xing here is, I don't know. You would think that this is just a weaker hand and he's decided to call off to a shove, but thinks he might get more folds if he 3x's instead of shoving. But I don't really know what these guys are thinking when they do those kind of things. 3x's again. Chase the ace. This is the second or third pot he's opened since we started. I think I can... This here would, I think, if I shoved, what's in the pot? 72, so basically a fifth of my stack, slightly less. So this would definitely be just a plus EV shove here. But I don't think I'm going to get him to fold any better hands. Maybe I have some value in shoving here because he won't 4-bet shove like 4s or 3s, where if I shove he might fold those hands, but I think I get way more value in him 4-bet shoving ace X that he would fold to my shove. So I think 3-bet calling is a lot better than shoving here, when I can portray that I'm going to fold to a 4-bet and he might do it a little later.